right, guys, welcome to this section. This section is very important because this is going to guide you on what the crypto space, right? Now, there are mistakes that you need to avoid, right? Some persons have made this mistake on your behalf. They have they already fell victim of one or two, and they have decided to share it with you, right? I personally have done such many times, multiple times. Nobody is above mistake, and in order to keep you informed and keep you updated, it is wise you actually pay attention to this, right? So there are some common pitfalls when you are using cryptocurrency, right? You need to avoid scams and phishing attacks. For instance, it is not every link you click and connect your wallet to, right? It's not every link you click and connect your wallet, because scammers come up with an attacks. They come to attack people so that they can what, take their coins or tokens, or let me say scam them. So you need to avoid, you need to be very careful. Any link that is sent to you by anybody, you need to verify the source of the link, or you can even create a separate wallet for such things that you don't trust. For instance, airdrop and so on. If you are performing an airdrop, ensure to have a separate wallet dedicated to an airdrop, so that you don't, if you have, maybe you bought some coins, or maybe somebody sent you some coins, or you did some airdrop, or you did some tap mining, farming, and so on, and you got allocations and you stored them on your wallet. You don't need to use such a wallet to what, interact with any link you don't know, so that you don't lose your coins or tokens. Very important. Then now, it is very important to double check uh, transaction details such as addresses and amounts, because once you send, you cannot reverse it, right? I personally made such mistake once. I sent money to a contract address, not even a public address. I sent funds to a public address, a contract address that has been renounced. And when I tried to reach out, the owner, or they thought I was lying. They were not believing me, and they also told me there was nothing they could do about it. Even if there was something they could do about it, they had to be very careful, because I can decide to do something like that, and at the end of the day, we can't really tell. People can do things silly, but I'm not saying I will do anything silly, and I'm not advising anybody to do anything silly. We have to represent ourselves, our personality well on this space. We have to be very sincere with whatever it is we do. So be careful, check your addresses well before you do transactions, so that you don't lose them. And be mindful of the amount you are using for whatever it is you want to do, so that you don't lose them at the cost of performing these transactions, right? Then the next thing is not investing more than you can afford to lose. Now, this is a slogan. People keep telling or keep saying this: do not invest what you cannot lose. And that's because the market is so volatile, right? You cannot tell. Anything can happen at a twinkling of an eye. For instance, Bitcoin that was around 60 something thousand dollars yesterday fell to around 50 something thousand dollars today, right? Now imagine if you bought maybe one Bitcoin yesterday with maybe a borrowed money, right? Or maybe somebody gave you money and used it, and the person is expecting to get it from you today, and decided to invest it into Bitcoin, hoping that Bitcoin can rise today and you make profit without due diligence. So you are investing what is not yours, and what if you lose will affect you. So if you had bought Bitcoin yesterday, you are going to lose. You are going to lose because Bitcoin fell so much. So you need to be mindful of these things. Invest only what you can what, afford to lose, right? That's one of the best slogan on the crypto space, right? Then the next thing is what? Security measures. Regularly update your software and wallet. Once there are updates, try to update them, so that people cannot attack them from the from through malwares and so on, right? Then you need to keep your private keys and seed phrases secure. Don't go and share your private keys or your seed phrases to people, telling them that This is your wallet, or maybe you are doing an online class just like this, and you decided to show your wallet address or your wallet account, and you want to guide people on something, and you display your private key. They can snapshot it and wipe your account under 10 seconds. 10 seconds even too much for some persons to do it. Need to be very careful. So keep your private keys private, just like the term private. Then the seed phrases, keep them secure. Don't lose them and don't give them to people, because people can use them and attack or do something on your account, right? Then avoid public Wi-Fi for transactions. This is very important. Avoid public Wi-Fi for transaction. Anything can happen, right? Very important. If you want to know more, browse more or research more about it, but just avoid private public Wi-Fi for some transactions. Very important. Then what's the next thing here, right? Investment strategies. Investment strategies. Understanding market volatility, just like I stated earlier, and avoiding panic selling is also very important. For instance, anybody that bought Bitcoin yesterday that saw the fall today and decides to sell the Bitcoin can likely, not even likely, the person is going to lose, because Bitcoin dropped. As of the price of yesterday, Bitcoin has dropped. So imagine if you sold out of panic today, tomorrow Bitcoin can still come up. So it is advisable that you invest what you can afford to lose, and also avoid panic selling at sometimes, except if you are convinced, that's when you sell. But don't just rush to sell because maybe you are scared of something, right? Okay. Then the next thing is what? Learn how to diversify your investment portfolio. It's just like the saying, do not cast all your eggs into one basket. Try to diversify so that if anything should happen, it should not be to all your portfolio, right? That's very important. Then you need to stay updated. You need to stay informed with crypto news and trends, so that you don't just assume that everything you know is what is happening. Anything can happen. A second is enough for something to change or trend on the crypto space. So you need to be carried along. You need to learn. You need to stay updated, stay equipped with everything that is happening on the space. That way, you will be able to avoid some certain mistakes. For instance, a project at launch can make an announcement that they are migrating from a particular contract address to another, or they can tell you that they are delisting, or they can tell you that something they are going to discontinue their services. If you don't take action, if you don't stay updated and you take action on time, you are going to definitely lose, right? You are going to definitely lose, and it's not very wise. So avoid some of these mistakes so that you can stay safe on this industry. Very, very important. There are other things you can avoid. You can also learn from communities, follow people, get to join Twitter spaces, join forums, learn more so that you can get updated and stay equipped on what updates and trends.